Girl who was 22, pregnant with twins. She's living in a shelter. She has mental health issues, and because I also have twins, mine are much older, but all I could remember was how challenging those first years are with twins, and it did touch me and made me think, how is she gonna do all of this?
4 or 5 other people come up to me and say, tell me more about this. What's it going to take? How do I do this? And what I explained to it was, I even have one gentleman that came up and said, you know, even if I'm not one of the ones that gets chosen, I'm so glad that those that really need to get chosen will be chosen.
One of the things that really honestly struck me this week was how kind the people that we encountered are, the homeless folks that we've encountered. I don't know, I didn't expect that. I got to the part where we asked if we could do her picture, and at first she was really reluctant, and she said, I don't want people to know that I'm homeless. And she explained that her father was a successful DA and his name was well known, and although he's deceased now, she said it would just kill him. And she said she just looked so deep into my eyes, and she just said, there's so much shame. There's so much shame and guilt, and I don't know, I just wanted to give her a huge hug.
How far would you go to get someone, someone who really touched you this week? How far would you go to help that person get housing?
I would pay monthly to help support their rent. I would sell items that I have that I don't need. Maybe jewelry, maybe stuff that I used to think was necessary that I no longer see as necessary when I know that I have a house to go to, and they don't.
What would you be willing to do for her? Like, how far could you go?
Well, I'm thinking that she needs a place to live and bring the babies home, that's for sure. And it would be great to try and put together some friends or people that I know are involved with, that we could potentially pay her rent for a period of time. And I'm an interior designer, so I have access to furniture, and lots of friends who've had children and are no longer using their baby things. So I feel as though we could absolutely pull together a way to have her house furnished and bring a place for the babies to come home.
Nice, nice. And you've been there before as a mother of twins, and
I would be willing to absolutely try to help her out as far as a shoulder to lean on and an extra hand to feed an extra baby, which she'll have.
Yeah.
So
so like to be a good neighbor,
to try and
be willing to be a good
neighbor.
neighbor.
With a landlord, after they interviewed me, that I would guarantee the lease for 6 months. My friend has 2 jobs. I'm fairly optimistic he's going to be able to pay, and hopefully after 6 months he'll have a credit rating and be able to go forward on his own.
That's huge. So you haven't actually paid anything yet, but you are on the hook.
I haven't paid anything yet, and
Actually, how far would I go to help homeless people? And I stop and I pick homeless people up in the car and I give them little rides and stuff like that. But that's such a temporary thing, and it's no inconvenience to me.
And I know we're talking about homeless people, but what really happens is you make a connection with somebody, and they become your friend, and you worry about them, and they actually are concerned about what's going on in your life too, and so as a result you end up having a friend probably for life, which is
I'd do anything. I mean, I'd do anything. I'd give up vacation. I would downgrade my house. Honestly, I'm married and I have 2 kids, and I don't want them to suffer. But if they were on board with things, if it was a family decision, move into an apartment, a small apartment, downgrade to 1 car. I mean, minimize our lifestyle. If there's anything, if those things, could result in some sort of tangible benefit to people, not only coming out of homelessness, but catching the understanding that they're worth a lot, and that they are incredibly valuable people. I mean, that's.
So you would get rid of things you don't need in your life.
Sure.
You'd get rid of the extras.
Sure. I mean,
so that they could have the bare minimum even.
I mean, what do I need in my life? A place to stay, some food,
Yeah.
It's nice to have a couple changes of clothes.
Yeah.
A place where I can have some family time.
Yeah.
But so much of my life is extra. It's extra stuff, and I feel like that's a huge distraction. And I feel like there are so many people out there who have incredible passions to help people, but they're just so bogged down with all the distractions.
Yeah.
There's so much excess baggage in their life. And
You're willing to let it go.
let it go. Let it go.
I like
You'll
it.
be so much happier.
Thank you.